So this week, we're going to be talking about all things content. We will go through setting up an Instagram account, Facebook optimization. I'm just making the assumption that most people, if not all, have a Facebook account. So I'm going to show you how to optimize it properly for your business and setting up a TikTok account. Now, before you go getting all flustered, no, you do not need to have all three. And I actually recommend that you do not have all three. Pick one and go all in. You can have a second as a backup, but you will be focusing more on your first choice for social platforms. So whether that's Facebook, whether that's Instagram, whether that's TikTok, it doesn't matter. It's up to you. But those are the only three that we're going to be covering here in the boot camp. Now, that doesn't mean that I won't throw in a little bit of Pinterest or throw in a little bit of YouTube. But for right now, those are the three main platforms that we're going to be dealing with, okay? So we're going to be using content pillars and content buckets to plan out and create your content. The first part is your content pillars. Using the content pillars wheel in your workbook, you will put what you do in the center. This is your title. Now I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and take you and show you exactly what this looks like so you can get a visual and kind of see what I'm talking about. Then you're going to write the top 5 categories that you will talk about in your content. These should align with what your audience's pain points and desires are. Write those around your title in the blocks as shown in your workbook. Now I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so that you can actually get a visual to see what I'm talking about. So this is our content pillars. This is going to make creating content so much easier. And I'm not sure if anybody's ever broken this down for you in this kind of way, but I think it's going to start making a whole lot of sense to you exactly how to create content. So as I said, put your business title, put your title here in the middle. So if you're a gardening expert or a plant expert, or maybe you're a mom saving money expert, saving mom's money expert, or maybe you're a craft expert, or maybe you're a menopause expert. You see where I'm getting at? Menopause coach, women over 50 coach kind of thing, right? So you want to put your title here in the middle. Then off to the side in each one of these blocks, you're going to be putting in 5 different topics that you're going to talk about in your content. So one of the things as a business coach that my audience needs help with or suffers with or struggles with is creating a product or an offer and pricing and etc., right? I'm not sure how to create my offer. I don't know what product to choose. What do I price it at? So I know my audience struggles with that. I know my audience struggles with getting leads from social media. So I'm going to help them with that. I know my audience struggles with identifying their audience. I know they struggle with email marketing, and I know they struggle with creating an engaging content strategy. So those are the 5 things that I'm going to be talking about in my content to help solve the problems of my audience. So here's a gardening expert, maybe seasoning planting guides or soil health and preparation, garden design and layout, pest control and disease prevention, DIY garden projects. Now, again, you could have more. I recommend you start with 5. You can certainly do 6, 7, or 8, but you don't want to put too much out there, but you also want to be the expert in your area, okay? This is how you're going to build your authority on these platforms. Then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take one of these categories. So I've got getting leads from social media. This is one of my categories. Then I'm going to take it and I'm going to break down and build me 6 different things that my audience struggles with when it comes to getting leads from social media. So I'm going to talk to them about building their brand voice on social. I'm going to talk to them about using DM automation to get leads on autopilot, optimizing their profile for conversions, creating a great, valuable lead magnet your audience will love. Engage with your audience to help increase engagement on your account, and then use reels and stories to create behind the scenes and testimonial type content. This is what I'm going to be talking about in my content when it comes to getting leads from social media. So maybe day 1, I build a reel about building your brand voice on socials. Then day 2, I could do a carousel on using DM automations to get leads on autopilot. Because I know these things, because I am the expert, I can talk about these things at length, and I can give 3 tips for using DM automation to get leads on autopilot. I can create, like this one here, I could do 5 lead magnets that you could use for your audience that they will absolutely love. So I can talk about those things. Then I'm going to do the next one, building an email list. Use a valuable lead magnet to start your email list building, offer exclusive access or discounts, run a contest or giveaway. So I've actually used ChatGPT to help me come up with some of these, and I will go ahead and put that prompt in the workbook for you so that you can get ChatGPT to help you. But if you got your audience's pain points and desires, you should be able to come up with each one of these 5 categories, 6 things that you can talk about underneath that category. Okay. Then we have your content buckets. Now, content buckets are basically types of content. So you have educational, entertainment, promotional, personal, inspirational, and user-generated content. Now, I break these down further inside of the workbook so that you can see what each one of these does. But basically, you're going to match up a content bucket with a content pillar. So let's say I'm going to go to the email using a valuable lead magnet to start your email list building. I'm going to create that as an educational piece of content. Okay. Then maybe I'm going to do this one where I offer exclusive access or discounts to those on my email list. Maybe I'll do an entertainment type post where I'll be funny and engaging, right? And maybe on on this one, optimize your profile for conversions. Maybe I'll do inspirational. Okay. Or personal. I'll give a personal story about how I didn't get any leads because nobody knew how to find me because my profile wasn't optimized. Okay. You take one of the content buckets and you pair it with the content pillar with each piece of content that you create. So not so much the pillars, but the subjects, right? So you have your 5 categories, and then you have your 6 subcategories or 6 pieces of content. Okay. Each one of these is going to be a piece of content, and the type of content is going to be according to your content bucket. So like I said, the content buckets will be explained further in detail so you know exactly what type of content to include with that particular content bucket. But once you do this work and you start figuring out, it makes content creation 10 times easier than you've ever imagined. So the ChatGPT prompt that I used is I want to create strategic content pillars that will position me as an expert in my niche of, and you put your niche, and attract my ideal clients. Who do you serve? Please help me develop 3 to 5 content pillars that sign with my expertise, that align with my expertise, solve my audience's biggest pain points, and highlight my unique approach. Each content pillar should have a brief description of its focus, the type of content I could create under it, and how it positions me as an expert. So there's the ChatGPT prompt that you can use to help you come up with your pillars. The next step is to just take one of those pillars and create 6 content ideas around that one pillar. Use this ChatGPT prompt to help you come up with some content ideas around your subtopics. I am, your title. I sell digital courses, or you can change it. I help people. This is your umbrella topic of how you help people. Can you give me 6 Instagram post or reel ideas that solve the laser-focused category on your wheel problem? List each idea out without a description as a numbered list. Okay, so those 2 ChatGPT prompts you will have in your workbook so that you can use them, actually help you with your pillars and your content ideas. So once you have your content ideas, then we need to pair one of the content buckets with your content ideas. The 6 different content buckets are educational, entertainment, promotional, personal, inspirational, and user-generated content. Each of these content types are explained in greater detail in your workbook. You may be wondering, what does this look like? Let's say, for instance, one of your content ideas is the best days and times to send emails for higher conversion. Maybe that's one of my content ideas. I can use the educational type content to create this post. I can also use entertainment and be funny delivering the content. I can get personal as well and tell a story about how my emails were failing until I figured out the right days and times to send emails. I can also use the promotion content type if I have a course or a low ticket offer to sell that relates to this post. Then you need to find some good hooks for your videos. The hook is the most important part of your content. If you're going to spend a lot of time on your content, spend it on your hook. Negative hooks are the most effective. They tap into the human brain, the human brain's natural negativity bias, which is our tendency to pay attention to the negative information over the positive. It is what it is. So this is going to do 3 things for your content. Your audience is going to more likely to notice and remember your content. Your audience will most likely take action quickly to avoid pain or an issue. And your content will grab attention immediately due to a pattern interrupt. Negative hooks are effective, but use them sparingly to maximize the impact. Overusing them could affect your brand reputation in a negative way. I did give you 15 negative hooks that you can try out in your content. Don't waste time on niche thing. Stop doing niche thing if you want result. So I give you 15 negative hooks to get you started. They are and will be in your workbook. Another way to find some good hooks that work is to look at other industries' posts and go to their top performing posts or reels and look at their hooks and figure out how can you relate those hooks to your niche or your industry. You don't want to use a competitor in your own niche. You want to look outside of your niche. So I'm a business coach and I'm in the make money online space. So maybe I'd be looking at a gardening expert or a realtor, right? So I wouldn't be looking in my own niche. So the next part is you're going to deliver your content using one of the content buckets. So again, pairing up your content bucket, keeping that in mind as the type of content that you're going to create. Of course, the last part will be your call to action. You should always have a call to action. Call to action, CTA, should do these 3 things. It should be direct. It needs to tell them exactly what to do. Should be simple. Don't ask them to do complex things. Make it easy for them. And it should be beneficial. Why should they take action from your post? What's in it for them? Okay. So you want to make sure that you're giving that value and it's beneficial for your audience. Telling call to action is the difference between a scroll and a sale. There are some call to action ideas that'll get you started, and these will also be in your workbook. So if you want more comments, you can simply say, raise your hand if you're feeling this, or comment below if you have any questions. If CTAs for more follows, follow if you want desired result. Follow us for all things niche topic. Want more saves on your posts? Steal this cheat sheet by clicking save. Save now and keep it for good. Just some examples. Calls to action for more share. Found this helpful? ? Your audience might too. Hit share. Share this post and share the love. Calls to action for more signups. Join our community and get exclusive content. Be the first to know. DM me the word X, whatever keyword that you have there. Calls to action for more sales. Get yours now. Comment X below for the details. And here are some bonus tips. You want to use action words. Follow, tag, comment, shop, buy. Okay, you want to use action words. You want to highlight the benefits of taking that action. Follow for daily content tips to grow fast. Encourage immediate action by incorporating words like now, today, or for limited time only. You want to be specific when telling your audience what to do. Comment X below for the link. Comment X below for my freebie. I'm going to be very specific. Right, there you have it. So content creating should be easy now, right? We're going to be getting into the how-tos later on in this week. But for now, this is the general overview of how you should be creating your content. So your action steps for this video are fill out the content pillar wheel in your workbook and content pillar checklist in your Trello board. Fill out the worksheet in your workbook for the 6 content ideas for each of your 5 content pillars. And then find creators on Instagram, not in your niche, and find some hooks that you can use on your content. At least 10 of them, 10 really good hooks. Now, when you're doing that, you want to make sure that you're looking at a video that did really well. So if you're looking at reels, you want to look at a reel that did really well, not something that got 200 views, something that got, a couple 100,000 views or maybe a couple thousand views. You want to look at those hooks. Why did that person get so many views? Look at the hooks and then see if you can relate them to your niche. Write down at least 10 of those hooks. I will see you in the next video. If you want to continue learning and growing together, watch this video that's coming up next, and I'll see you over there.